Hello YouTube. Yeah, there's a little break between the last video and this video because I need to get a phone call. That's why I terminated the last video. And I figured I needed to get a little bit more charge on my phone. But I am on the Loop 202. Oh, by the way, it's almost 5 p.m. Monday, August 17th, 2021. I was on the Loop 202. I'm about to transition. I'm in the process of transitioning to the Loop 101 northbound. This is a fun exit. Anyway, the phone call. Dang, so much phlegm in my throat. So the phone call was, that's the call I've been waiting for. I'm so glad I answered it. It's the owner of a bar. A friend of mine told me that he had talking to the owner of a bar, sold them a bunch of records. Another friend I mentioned several times owns a record store, used record store. That he had sold them a bunch of old records and loose covers for them to decorate their bar that's getting ready to open soon up in North Scottsdale. Sounds like it's going to be an extremely classy place. It's up in the north side area, and for those who don't know what that is, that's pretty much the area of Scottsdale off of the 101 freeway between like Raintree and Frank Lloyd Wright, and he's closer to Frank Lloyd Wright. In fact, he is really close to the Discount Tires where I got ambushed by Scottsdale police. That is a fabulous story. I should tell that story at a later date. That's a fabulous story. Guns drawn and everything. Yeah. And I'm white. Anyway, so moving right along. I did, before I got on the freeway, I did check Google traffic to make sure that I wasn't heading into gridlock, because I did tell the person on the phone, and I forget his name already. Not a good maneuver, but hopefully I can fake my way through that. They're not open for business right now, so shouldn't have too much trouble finding the person I'm talking to. He's likely one of the only maybe 2 or 3 people there. So, and he's got a strong British accent. I'll definitely remember his accent and his voice. Anyway, yeah, I did check my Google traffic to make sure that I wasn't heading into gridlock, and I'm not. And as you can see on the other side of this freeway, I don't know, when I glance up at my phone, I can't see it very well, but I can certainly see it looking out the windshield. Southbound traffic looks pretty heavy and slow. But, now granted, traffic can go from flying to a standstill. All it takes is one person to bump into another person because they thought tailgating was a good idea, or passing on the right was a good idea. But, and see, I'm about to pass, that's why I'm going to the left. So, but yeah, when I looked, the freeway looked all clear. So, I'm headed up to the, he's closest to the Frank Lloyd Wright exit, but I think I want to exit south of there. I think that'll work out to be a little easier to get there. Doing my cab driver magic. So he's very interested in doing karaoke on Wednesdays. I'm pretty excited. It seems like the last couple people that seemed interested, the first thing that came out of their mouth was Thursday, and I am definitely not walking out of Bullock's on Thursdays. They've treated me just entirely too good, and while I don't feel like I have potential for anything additional there, I try not to, notwithstanding extreme mental breakdowns like what happened in late 2019. And I still feel horrible about that, and apparently that's why they decided to go with somebody else at Castaways and Gilligan's. fact, I just saw on somebody's Snapchat, yes, last night, a short video of karaoke at Gilligan's, and it hurt a little bit because it looked like it was popping, and it should be my show. But anyway, I walked out of that. So actions have consequences. Anyway, generally speaking, I don't do that, and I intend not to do that to Jim. Jim has been treating me very well at Bullocks. So yeah, just somebody not asking for Thursday. Somebody asked for a day other than Thursday. We talked for a little while on the phone, and I told him, hey, I could walk down and take some notes. It's like, well, it'd be better if we could this time talk face to face in person. And I'm a big believer in no better time than the present, unless of course you've got obligations in the present. But I really don't. I mean, what was I doing? I was driving around trying to find a Circle K to get a free drink. So, hey, maybe I'll get a free drink here. Yeah. And not necessarily paid free, damn it, I paid for that. And I'm not really getting my money's worth out of the Sip and Save because of all these damn Circle K's being out of cups. But, yeah, maybe I'll get a drink. Yes. Not going in there hoping for a free drink, I'm going in there hoping for a gig, but I figured I'd be really prompt and not waste any more time looking for Circle K. Well, yeah, that's about all that was on my agenda. Well, and maybe trying to go see Tony and see if I can get her tuning in TV directly on her TV and in high def, as opposed to tuning it in on that little converter box, dumbed down to 480i. Because I think the problem she probably had is she's using a universal remote, and the universal remote probably lacks the buttons needed to configure and scan a tuner on a Sony HD TV. But I have several of those remotes, so that was on my agenda. And not to say that Tony's not important, but me getting some real, I'm not even looking to charge Tony anything for this. I mean, if she throws me a couple bucks, or throws me some stuff, or I think it's probably going to end up throwing me a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player that needs some work. I'm thankful for that. This woman has that baby gift. She really doesn't. Yeah. I'm going to make the time for Tony. I am, but this is what's going to make the difference between me being able to pay my rent this month and not being able to pay my rent this month. I just keep noticing the end of the month is getting closer and closer, and I have absolutely no money saved towards rent right now. None. I'm just kind of struggling to see that every bill gets paid and it needs to get paid. And the electric bill, I only managed to pay about 70-80% of it. All right, there's my asshole of this journey. Passing on the right, weaving in and out of traffic. Yeah, that's the guy that's going to cause the accident that jams up this freeway. Maybe not today, but eventually. Anyway, one of these days I'm going to get good at video editing, and when I have full access to my living room again, because the squatter is no longer there, I'm going to download all of these vlogs into a desktop. Either the one I use for like karaoke, or hopefully I'll build a new one, or maybe I'll repair Big Dell. I don't think Big Dell is beyond repair. And I'm going to download all of these vlogs, and I'm going to scan through them, and I'm going to make a compilation of shitty Phoenix drivers. Road Guy Rob, so many favorite YouTubers. Road Guy Rob, one of my favorite YouTubers. He does city planning related videos, but unlike most of the people that do city planning videos, City Beautiful, love your channel, but I'm looking at you right now. He doesn't come at it from the angle of cars and car infrastructure is bad. He's very fond of car infrastructure. After all, he's Road Guy Rob. He did a video on Phoenix freeways that was astoundingly good, and actually interviewed my favorite traffic broadcaster of all time, Detour Dan. Couldn't believe that. Like, I'm watching a Road Guy Rob video, and then suddenly there's Detour Dan. Just mind blown. There's a part of me that aspires to be the next Detour Dan. I feel I'm uniquely qualified for it, but I think it'd be a hell of a hard sell to the upper management at to the programming team at KTAR. But hey, stranger things have happened in my world. After all, once upon a time, I was Bunny Road's chauffeur. So, and those of you who are into reggae know, and those of you who don't, that meant nothing. So, but true story, I was Bunny Road's chauffeur. He still owes me some money, damn it. He's still alive. I don't even know if he's still alive. It's an unnerving thought. Me complaining about a dead person, potentially dead person owing me money. Anyway, moving right along at a nice rate of speed on the 101, I might add, because I'm getting near an empty tank of gas. And I'm so sick of that song. So Road Guy Rob does these fabulous videos about city planning, but from an angle that isn't vilifying people who drive cars, because let's face it, most people get around in cars, and most people that don't get around in cars wish they were getting around in cars, even if they're actively vilifying cars and saying that public transportation should be better. Hey, I usually get around in cars, and I strongly believe that public transportation needs to get better, but I also believe it shouldn't be a ginormous money pit. Alright, so I got a guy passing me on the right and passing that Prius on the right. Yeah, bad driver, dude. Not cool. That is not what that lane is for. Yeah, I think I want to get off at Raintree. This area, like, I know it fairly well, but I don't know it as well as I'd like to, and that's because I don't drive it very often, and it deviates from the regular Phoenix grid a lot, so it is a bit of a challenge, but I think I got this. Anyway, I'm almost there. I forget what time I took that phone call, but I do feel like I got here in way less than an hour. In fact, I feel I made fabulous time getting here, and I do believe if from the location I was at, had I tried to take public transportation, assuming I could even make it there on public transportation, which is a big assumption, I think I would have been looking at probably about 2 to 3 hours, and some walking as well. So yeah, fortunately I do have a car and I still have a valid driver's license, and yeah, I do get with the people that say that that's a horrible, terrible system, and it unfairly separates the haves and have-nots. I agree completely, and I honestly think that more lives could be changed if the government made efforts to provide people with vehicles, as opposed to some of the other things, because I don't know that there's any kind of program where the government hooks people up with vehicles, and I think that would be a huge game changer. I mean, cash for clunkers. God, what a failure that was. So many good cars ruined so people that had vehicles could have new vehicles that they really didn't need or couldn't afford, and all those vehicles turned in needlessly destroyed. A much better program would have been for those vehicles to go for people who are working and struggling to work because they don't have reliable transportation to get to their jobs. God, what a game changer that could have been. Thanks, Obama. Anyway, gosh, I'm almost there. I should probably terminate this. Actually, no, I think we'll keep the video rolling, because I think it'll be a good time to showcase how I navigate to someplace that I only marginally know where it is. Now, I believe this road, if memory serves, this kind of just turns into, it's turned right, and it does. It just kind of, just pathways through strip malls, sees of strip malls, and I don't want to be on that. I definitely want to be on a road. Yeah, I forget the names of the roads through here. I think I'm on Raintree. I want to say this is 96, but I'm not 100% sure. But I want to turn right here. And I cannot. North side. This is north side. Okay. Hard for me to read that street sign with the sun directly behind it. Wow, $3.51 a gallon for gas. Like California prices up here. Dang. Anyway, I was mentioning Road Guy Rob, and I got completely sidetracked on other tangents. And this is why someday I should do some scripted videos, because I'm a lot better when I'm scripted. And I'm actually a good writer. I was a professional writer once upon a time. I'm not making this up. I really was, and I made okay money doing it. And I think had I continued to pursue it, I could have made something out of myself doing that. But anyway, moving right along. Road Guy Rob has some compilation videos of bad bad Utah drivers, and they're fabulous, and some of the most viewed videos on his channel. And yeah, I really think I could go through these god-awful, meandering, me rambling incoherently vlogs and pull out, make a great compilation of bad Phoenix drivers. Although I worry sometimes I'm that bad driver, because I don't think I did that roundabout as good as I probably should have. I admit I'm an American driver, and roundabouts are a little alien to me. And I don't deny that they're a good thing. I understand the idea behind roundabouts. I think that's a good one, actually. But the reality does exist that most American drivers don't know what to do at a roundabout. Okay, so I know he's right about here. He texted me an address, and Google Maps put it like right in here. There's the Discount Tire, where I got ambushed by Scottsdale PD when I was a juicer. That was terrifying. But instead of acting belligerent or doing something that resembled going for a gun, I would just put my hands up and I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? And was very calm and rational, and somebody came up to me, he patted me down to make sure I didn't have a weapon, and I'm like, dude, I don't have a weapon. I'm here at Discount Tire to get tires. I'm a Discount Tire customer, dude. What is happening here? Anyway, I want to give that whole story, but I'm just about to my destination, I'm pretty sure. I do not see anything. You know what? That looks like a bar getting ready to open. I see some kind of unique lights on the front. I see a place where signs have been removed and are not there. Okay, that's 15-minute parking. I'm hoping to be there longer than 15 minutes. I think that's the guy I'm looking for right there on the front of the building. So let me get myself turned around and parked in a nice spot. Yellow spaces for customers only. Because technically I'm a solicitor right now. Dang, down to 10% on my phone. Anyway, I think that is the person I need to talk to right there. Hair check, looking good. Wish me luck, you too.